her to you, and this is another episode of Vendor Tales, Tales of a Vendor, however we want to word it at this point, because man, it's been a day. I am exhausted, but it was well worth it. And so I wanted to come on and kind of just tell you all about my day. My day yesterday was, it was up, down, around the corner, and then something, but it turned out to be a really good day. So I kind of wanted to talk about it, to try to give like my insight on the day and just discuss it. So if anyone is having these issues, then you can relate, or you can take something from it. So the day, so when I'm prepping for a pop-up shop, I haven't got yet into a good flow where I'm not working up until the day, you know what I'm saying, of putting stuff together or packaging or doing stuff like that. Like, I haven't got into that. I haven't got into a good flow. And so this past weekend, I had just went like to the Goodwills, to the bin stores, to all these different places, just trying to find like bookshelves and stuff like that, so I can get a little bit more organized, because I have to kind of see everything and package and really start packaging everything early, so that I can have everything kind of together, because I'm exhausted. Like, I'm kind of beating myself up, because every time I get ready for something, it's like a tornado in here, and then I'm left when I come back from a pop-up shop. I'm exhausted, like, and I don't want to have to clean up or move stuff around, but I have to, right? So I started getting stuff done early, y'all, and I was up. Like, I was up as far as when I say I'm up, like, I'm ahead of schedule, right? I'm ahead of my schedule. I'm like, cool. So that way, because again, the pop-up shop is Saturday, and it's in the morning, it's in midday, so then obviously you got to be there in the morning to set up. So I'm keeping that in mind, so that I'm not having to do anything Saturday morning or anything like that. Like, I can just really rest, relax, have everything put together. Not only that, I have never been able to I already in my head be knowing how I want to design or map out my table, but I also always wanted to do, sorry, my alarm, also wanted to do like a mock-up table. And so I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna make sure that I have time to do all of that. Mind you, I am not calculating every other thing that I said I also wanted to do. So okay, cool. So yesterday I got up early, and before I started going to work, I started doing my cups or whatever. So I'm like, boom. And now it was a good flow, because the night before I had did the sublimation, prepped them, all of that, so they were just ready to be pressed. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna just press them in the morning. So I'm still up. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm ahead of schedule. So I go to, because all my cups, I try on my box for my cups. Oh my god. On my box for my cups, sorry. On my box for my cups, I like to put a picture of the cup on top of, like, a picture of the cup on top of the box, and then I put my labels and stuff on the box. I print them out. And so I go to print out my label, because I'm like, okay, I don't have enough of this. So I go out to go print out my label, and it was giving me an error message. I'm like, what? It is what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? And this was Thursday. Yesterday. Today's Friday. Pop-up shop is Saturday. So I'm like, oh my god. But one thing that I have learned in this life of sin, okay, is to not panic, to just stay calm. Like, just stay calm, because one, when stuff happen, 9 times out of 10, like, there ain't really nothing you can do. Like, you can do what you can do up until you can't do anything. So I'm like, okay, so I'm trying not to panic. I'm doing everything it's telling me to do. So the printer that I have is the Epson 2800. It would be right there. The Epson 2800. All jokes aside, because I am about to say that, it's not working. I love that Epson 2800. Like, I really, really do. Like, if I would have had that one, because I have a 48, I think a 4800, 4850. I don't know what the model is, because I have one for sublimation, then I have the 2800 for, like, printing my labels and stuff like that. And so I would have got the 2800 really to do sublimation instead of getting the 48. But I do like my 48, so I ain't trying to, I do like you, boo, because I ain't trying to have no problems with no other printers, okay? So it's giving me problems, and this is the first time it's ever gave me problems. I bought the printer in May. It's February, so May of 2023. Obviously, it's February of 2024. So it's still under warranty, but not really under warranty, but whatever. So, it is saying that a paper jam. I'm like, there's no paper jam. Like, I'm looking all in through it. I'm turning it off, doing the nozzle check, doing all type of stuff. It's printing fine. Like, everything is fine. So I give them a call. One thing I will say about Epson's customer service, like, they are usually very, very reliable. Like, you can get them quickly on the phone. They're going to work through. The only problem that I had, though, is, okay, the only problem that I had, I ain't gonna hold you, was the error message that I was getting on my screen was, it was a paper jam, right? And so when I called, the first time I called customer service and I'm telling him, like, what's going on, what I'm doing or whatever, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna send you some instructions based on the error code, and then you do that, and then you give us a call if that doesn't work. Mind you, it's the same. Okay, so he sent me the same instructions that was on the screen, and you knew that because I read it to you. So that's the only thing I was like, so you just try to play me. So that was the only thing that I was a little irritated about. I was like, yeah, you could have like been like, yo, so it is a paper, because that's the easiest thing. Like, it's a paper jam. Do you see paper? Do you see paper? I don't see paper. It keeps saying the same thing. I keep turning it off, turning it back on, trying to print, trying to copy, trying to scan, and it's giving me, it does it, but then it gives me that message. So then when I called back, after I was like, no, he didn't, right? So after I called back, because I done did that about 3 or 4 or 5 times, and I want my printer to work. Don't trip. I want it to work. I got another lady, and she was nice. So then she kind of erased the previous experience. But like I said, before I've had times where I've called them and I've had the problem. Like, I had to do a cleaning on my sublimation because one of the lines were clogged, and so I had to do that. And that person that I spoke to was amazing and walked me through that without having to send me no instructions for me to do it by myself. But I digress. So pretty much at this point, I had to send them, because, so this is another thing. Keep all of your receipts. Keep all of your receipts. Keep all of your boxes. Like, I had to send them proof of receipt. I had to send them a picture of my serial number. I had to send them a picture of, I had to open up the thing and send them a picture of that. And something else. I forgot what it was. It was like 4 different things. Oh, and then the error message. So then once she got it, she was just like, okay. And she stayed on the phone with me like the whole time. That's another thing too. She stayed on the phone with me, was like, here, send me all this information. I'm going to send you an email. And then I'm going to just go talk to, get it confirmed with my supervisor. And then we'll go to the next step. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she stayed on the phone with me the whole time. We went ahead and did all that. Mind you, in the midst of it, I'm just thinking about, like, now time is ticking, because I'm trying to stay within what I think of is my schedule. Like, okay, well, this is what I need to be doing. This is what I should be doing. So now, like, I got 3 cups to do, and I haven't done them because I'm over here trying to figure out this printer. So she was like, well, you got to take it to you gotta mail it. So I was like, well, when I'm gonna get it? Because I am still like, when am I gonna get it today? Can I go pick up one today? And she's like, well, we can do based on like your address or whatever, or your no, based on your warranty, you can either do two options. You can have it within two to 3 days, or 5 to 7 business days. So I'm like, so I'm not even thinking about the fact that the pop-up shop is Saturday. I heard two days. So I'm like, okay, when can I get that? And so how does that go? So she's like, okay, well, let me get all the information. So she got all the information. So it was like $120 credit card hold or debit or credit card hold for them to send you out the printer, and then you send it back with their packaging, or 5 to 7 business days. Gotta sneeze. 5 to 7 business days where you package it and send it to them. And so I'm like, girl, I'm not paying no 120. I'm not holding nothing for 120 and I can't get it today. Like, if I could go get it today, then yeah. But no. So I'm like, no, I ain't gonna better do it. So I take, let me tell y'all, I wasn't thinking at all. I take the box that I bought the box in to FedEx. I have, because usually they send you an email. So they send you an email and you just like, so many places do so many different things. So at FedEx, I thought I could just go in there and look through an email. They scan it and then they do what they need to do. Well, first of all, when I walked in, he was like, listen, I got good news and bad news. So I'm like, what's up? He's like, the bad news is I can't ship it in this box. I'm like, oh yeah, because that's not a shipping. But he was like, but the good news is I got a box that you can buy. I was like, sir, I'll be right back. So I went back home because I don't throw away no boxes. My house, okay, I don't throw away no boxes because I reship them. And so I repurpose them. Like all them Amazon boxes, I'm not playing. I put that straight in an Amazon box. Came back up to the store. Oh, and then so with FedEx, you have to send the, oh my God, the shipping label. You have to send the shipping label to an email for FedEx, and then they print it out and do it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I went ahead and did that. So like, that was cool. Like I said, I don't be having no problems with like, my favorite right now is USPS. Like the girls that I be dealing with at the post office are so dope, and like they're dope. So right now, my best experience with shipping right now has been USPS, but FedEx is cool. And then there's a UPS. They cool too. I haven't had a lot of experience with them or going in there with them, but USPS by far is the best, hands down, right now that I've been dealing with. So, okay, so then I went back home, came back, packaged the box, came back and dropped off the printer. Mind you, again, this is tick time. This is time. I am exuding time. I am not on schedule at all. I'm doing nothing. So I'm like, oh my God. But I'm telling myself at the same time, like, just calm down. Like, you got to think of something else. Like, you need your labels. Like, you need something different. And so one, boom. I knew that there's going to be certain things that I'm just going to have to invest in bulk. But the thing is, like I said in the beginning, when I first started this, I purchased so many different materials, because of the simple fact that I just, I can do this and I can do that. Just doing entirely too much for the nothing. Okay. And so with that being said, I'm like, no, I'm going to use everything that I have until I, learn something better. Because that's what I had to do. I learned hard way pretty much at this point. And so I have, the AB labels, all of those labels sheets. I'm like, no, I got to use these. And so I'm like, okay, after this, going forward, the things that you really, really use, like your thank you stickers and stuff like that, like you need to have those in bulk. Like you need to just purchase those, have those custom design, and have those sent to you. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do that. So I'm like, where can I print my labels? Because, you know, I got majority of them done, but then I need labels for other things. So I'm like, oh my God, I want things. And then I'm like, I like things to look uniformed. And so I'm tripping like, oh my God, this is going to look crazy. But then again, I'm telling myself, calm down, because one, you'll just bring what you're able to bring that has the labels and stickers. Two, they don't know, you know, at these pop-up shops, they don't know what you bring in. They don't know you're establishing your brand. So they don't know, they don't have the expectations on you yet. This is what you show is what they're going to be expected. So I was like, chill out. So in the midst of this, I had a friend come over who brought me another table. So I'm like, boom, I can use that table to kind of display things without having to break my other table down. And then two, he got me like a hand truck. Like, dude. So I was like, oh, I was super, super excited about this hand truck because I had been writing down lists of things that I need going forward, especially into the summer. Of like, luckily so far, all the pop-up shops I've been able to do, I've been able to just pull my car up, unload, and it hasn't been that much of a toll on me. But I'm like, I can tell like other pop-up shops, is especially the two that I had signed up for in the near future, like I don't see no I'm not seeing the where I'm going to be able to do that. So and I got big old, you know, I'm carrying totes and big totes, and I got glass products and heavy, you know what I'm saying, things that add up to on that weight scale. So I'm like, okay, so I was super excited, like super, super excited. So I allowed that, especially because let me tell you something, someone to invest in your business is like the biggest, baby. Right now, that is the biggest compliment for me right now. Like if I could check this off my list and I didn't have to purchase it, that puts profit, that puts money anywhere else it needs to go, to more supplies and stuff like that. So I always appreciate that. So that is the high that I'm writing. The whole day I'm writing on that high, and it just keeps going. So I'm like, okay, where am I going to print? So I knew, like, when I would go into Office Depot, I knew that they had printers, but I didn't know, like, how to use the printers, like, or if I could use the printer. So I called them. I'm like, hey, my printer went down. I need to print some labels. Can I use, like, do you guys have that service? And they're like, yeah, we have no. And I was like, no, I have my own labels. Like, I have my own paper. I just need to use y'all's printers. And so they're like, yeah, you can do that, and it's free. First he told me it's free. He was like, I think it should be free because you're using your own label. And I'm like, nah, brother, don't have me go up. Don't have me come up there and it's not free. So he was like, okay, well, let me find out. So he found out it was like 60 something cents or something like that per sheet or whatever. So I'm like, okay, for color, because I needed color. I forgot what it was for black and white. It was something. Y'all, I made this ordeal so difficult. I made this part so difficult. So I go into Office Depot, and there was this young lady. Her name was Jade. I think her name was Jade. I'm just going to say Jade. But I knew I was getting on her nerves. I knew I was getting on her nerves because I didn't know what to do. So first I'm standing in the line, like if I'm going to go print. And then I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm like, what do I do? She's like, you just need to print. You just need to send an email to this. So that was the first instruction. I'm like, send what to that? She was like, send whatever, like download your file. Because I'm like, I'm getting it. Like my stuff was all on Avery, right? Because I got a system. I know how I do things here. I don't know how to do things there. So I'm downloading. Oh, y'all listen. Oh my God. So on the app, on the phone in Avery, it says email the file. So I'm emailing in the file, not knowing that I'm supposed to receive a code back. And that is how I'm supposed to print. So y'all, I had like 8. I had 9. I done sent off, and it's one by one, like one, and it's not like a, oh my God. It wasn't an easy task, because every time, so you would get to your page on Avery, and then you would email, it, then they'll bring it up, and I'll email Office Depot. Then I'll have to go back out of it and go, y'all, it wasn't, oh my God. I almost quit 3 times doing this, but I knew I need the labels. I almost quit 3 times. So I was like, okay. So what happened? So after that, I was like, okay, I'm done. What do I do now? So she was like, well, did you get the code? I was like, the code for what? She was like, the code to print. I said, no, I sent it to, she was like, let me see how you sent it. She was like, no, you got to download the file and then send it from your email address. So let me tell y'all what I did. Listen, I don't know if I just wasn't listening, or if I was in a rush, or if I was just antsy. I don't know what it was. I forwarded the emails that I had already sent. Like I had, because it sent me an email. No. Oh my God. I know what I did. Oh my God. I went back into Avery, emailed myself 9 times, 9 different times. Then forward 9 different emails, one by one, to them. So I'm like, okay, boom. So it gave me the code, y'all. So when I put in the code in Office Depot, when I put in the code, it brought up the forward email, not the image. It brought up the forward email. So I'm about to print out the forward email. Luckily, I was like, hold on, can I preview this? And I previewed it, and I was like, baby Jesus, fix it. So by this time, 3 times, I'm like, I'm about to walk out. Like, forget it. These things ain't gonna have no labels. Like, forget it. In the meantime, I have my homegirl Jasmine is calling me, and she's like, not the one from the pop-up shop, this is another Jasmine White. So she called me and she was like, hey, are we still meeting? Because we were supposed to, you know, do some stuff. And I was like, can you just come over and help me? Like, can you just come over and help me? She was like, cool. She was getting wings. I'm like, yeah, bring me some wings. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then that eases me, because we had like a time, but because of she was dealing with the AT&T ordeal too earlier, like her schedule got pushed back. So she's like, okay, cool. I was like, come over around this time. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then I'm able to breathe. So I'm at Office Depot, like, you bet not leave. You got to figure this out. So y'all, I had to download. So I stood right at that printer, because by this time I'm the only one in there. So I had to download. So I did one by one. Downloaded the picture on my phone, emailed it to them, waited for the code, put the code in, and print. And then I did that 9 times. It was the slowest process, but it printed super fast. I was so impressed. Like, okay, now I know. So going forward, I will do that at home. I would send it to myself at home. So by the time I go up there, all I need to do is just add the codes and print, which I'm not going to lie, it was fast. And so I put that on my list of, if I need something printed fast, like if I know what I already have and need it, and I can get this printed out and I can pay the 60 cents for a sheet or whatever, then do it if it makes sense. So, mind you, I'm like telling myself, calm down, relax, calm down, calm down. You got that hand truck. You got the hand truck, girl. You got the hand truck. And you didn't pay for it. You got the hand truck. So I'm excited. So I get home and I'm discombobulated. Like, I got the sheets. I didn't print them how I should have printed them out. Like, knowing that how many I had, there should have been a way that I printed out more of this and more of that and just kind of manipulated this until I got my printer back. But I was like, whatever. I'm just going to do whatever because I need them anyways. Baby Jesus. So Excuse me, y'all. I was up all night. So Jasmine comes over. She brings wings. She forgot the snacks, but whatever. I digress. I'm still calm. And baby, I put her to work. When I say put her to work, I put her to work, which she was willing to do. I so appreciate it. But it also showed me like, dude, you had a lot to do. Like, you had a lot to do. Like, if she did not come over, and I'm just so thankful that God put that into play, because if she didn't come over, because I usually don't ask people for help. Like, I asked my daughter for help, but baby, she be having the nerves, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. She'll be at the table acting like, first of all, she's gonna throw off about 50 hints about how she's tired. Like, I'm just so tired. I'm just so tired. Or let me tell y'all what she does also, which is raggedy as all hell, right? She will have her grandma come pick her up on Fridays. So she ain't gotta be after school. After school. So she ain't even gotta be home to help. She raggedy, y'all. But whatever. So I usually just do it by myself, because, whatever. So, because I do it by myself. But she came, Jasmine just happened to, I really asked, like, I need help. Like, I need help. Come help me. And baby, we got stuff. I am super ahead, y'all. Like, I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. Like, I'm going to be able to sleep tonight and not have to worry about nothing. Like, I can have my stuff packed and at the door at this point. Like, I am so excited for the sleep that I'm about to get tonight, because we were up. I was up to about 3 o'clock. She left my house about 1 something. And then I still was up to about 3 o'clock, because I was just straightening stuff up, cleaning stuff up, making sure things were organized, checking stuff off, like knowing what I had. But when I tell y'all, everything is packaged and ready. Like, everything is packaged. Everything is oh my God. I'm so excited. Like, because getting frustrated and getting antsy before a pop-up shop, it doesn't really, it doesn't give you joy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes it work, and you don't want it to be work. You want it to be a fun experience that you're sharing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're sharing your brand. You know what I'm saying? And so, and especially with my brand being the healing brand, and you know what I'm saying? I'm promoting positivity and positive messaging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know we have our moments, but I really have to be telling myself, just calm down. Everything will work. Everything will work out, because no one knows. I still was able to create new things. Like, I still have the bathroom, the bubble bath brittle that I did at the last pop-up shop. So I'm able to showcase that one. I did new ones, and so I was able to break those up. And so I still have some. I have them packaged already, ready for the next show. I did some new bottles for the Healing Way, which is the milk bath, and I added some roses to, like, I was able to really be able to flex because I had help. All of my cups are done. I have new cups that I'm bringing out for this one, that I just, like I said, that I just was creative and wanted to create. I have and so the only thing I need to do today is some t-shirts, which I'm gonna do during the day. But y'all, when I tell y'all I'm gonna be able to sleep, like, for example, I don't be going to sleep till about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning the day before, which is the morning of the pop-up shop. And then I go to sleep for a couple hours because I be so excited. Get up, go get me some coffee or whatever. Like, I'm gonna be able to sleep tonight. Like, tonight, I'm gonna be able to sleep. So, again, thank you for listening to my vendor tales. Okay, tales of a vendor, because baby, this is literally how it goes. Like, when you're prepping, things may happen, and you have to, one, remain calm. Just know that people don't know what you're bringing. People don't know what you're bringing. People don't know what to expect, other than, like, if you're super promoting something, like, okay, I'm gonna have this, and you don't have it, that's one thing. But in real life, they don't know what that's going to look like. They don't know what that's, so you can always improvise. You can improvise with things that you purchased. Because one thing a crafter do, we always got some stuff laying around. And I improvised on some bags that I had that I were going to use for something else. We used it for this. Like, I had all type of strings. I had all type of different stuff that I improvised and was able to create labels without having to use all of the labels that I needed to print out, so that I could just have, you know, have whatever I need to have just in case someone's orders something or whatever. I still have something up until the time I get back my printer. 3, the Epson 2800 is really a good printer. I'm not gonna lie. It really, really is a good printer. The customer service, like I said, is really good. They're really reliable. Keep all of your receipts. Keep all of your receipts. I usually scan my receipts and then file them into a folder, but I haven't done that in a little while, so I need to get back on that with scanning all of my receipts and making sure that I have, especially big purchases, that I have everything that I need. And so yeah. And again, the same thing over. Stay calm. Just stay calm. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Adjust to whatever your situation is at that time. Adjust to whatever it is happened to you. Like I said, there's resources with Office Depot. They can print. And then I recommend, like, whatever you know that you use the most of, just go ahead and have that customize and get a bulk order of that. Get 500, you know, thousands, whatever it is, whatever it may be, whatever the quantity that will work for you. I would just do that, because that will save you in the end if you're in a clutch and something like this with no printer happens and you print everything because you customized everything. Then go ahead and start noting what you need, like what you actually need versus what can be, you know, what can be improvised, what can be created on the realm, if it doesn't happen. So I definitely want to give a huge, you know, thank you to Jasmine for coming over and working the midnight hour for me, for real. Like, and she brought food. And she brought food. All I had was water and directions. Okay, that's all I had. That's all I had was water and directions. And so I appreciate her for helping me. And I guess I will also say, like, don't feel bad for asking for help. Like, ask for help if you need it. Like, especially when, you know, people, if they really offer it, be like, yeah, come on over and help me put these bags together, you know. And that helped me out a lot. My friend who brought the I can't even think of it. the hand truck. Thank you so much. Because that was my high all day. I just kept remembering, like, ooh, but I got this though. So I'm excited. So anyways, that is it. That is all. If you are in the Atlanta area, I'll be posting the flyer for the pop-up shop. Come and check us out. Come and check out the vendors. It is free, obviously, for you all to come. They will like you to RSVP, but if you're not able to, that's fine. Just come through, come by, come see us all. All right, well, I have work to do because I'm trying to sleep tonight. Yes, I am. So you all have a great one, and thank you for tuning in to Tales of a Vendor. I would love you.